It's Christmas time. It's the late 1960s. It's Vancouver Island. We're going on a road trip. The Rambler station wagon is rattling down the highway, and we are rattling around in the back, no seatbelts, And we are excited because this is our first ever pilgrimage to the Magic Kingdom, Disneyland, USA. We are pumped. And my brother, Chris, he's 12-year-old, he's smiling from ear to ear, and we call him Mr. Spock. That's how excited he is. And next is Philip. Now, Philip is a bit of a mischief maker and a James Bond fan. That's important to know. And Lori's next in line. She's a bit of a, I guess I'd call her an Eeyore, you know? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong and will never make it. And then there's me. I'm the runt of my litter, and I get to sit in the very, very back with the suitcases and the dog, Shadow. And he's the runt of his litter, too, so it works. And we're off. And 3 days later, we're still driving. And now we're in the mountains of Northern California, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night, in the middle of a snowstorm. Everyone's asleep except my parents and I can see that my mom has pulled out the map. This is always a bad sign. And she's saying, "But Charlie, the map says," "Shut up, Leah." "But Charlie, shut up, Leah." And so it goes. I'm trying to get to sleep, but, you know, I can't stop thinking about, I don't know, elephants that can fly and mice that can talk. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's this gigantic crash. And my dad hits the brake, and I fly through the air and plow into the dashboard, and I thud to the ground, and the Rambler's skidding over black ice. And we stop. "Is everybody okay?" says my mom. "Diane, are you okay?" "Uh-huh." "Everyone okay back there?" "Yes, we're fine," reports Mr. Spock. "Are you sure? Even the dog?" "Oh, yeah, he's shaken but not stirred," cracks my brother Phil. "Ow, I hurt my finger," says Lori. "Shut up, Lori," says Phil. "Okay, now nobody panic," says my dad. The Rambler's dead. "Okay, nobody panic," says my dad. "Let's get out of the car." So we get out of the car, we go around back. Sure enough, the whole back end is completely smashed in. There's glass and there's metal all over the snow, and whoever did it is taken off. "Okay, nobody panic," says my dad. "Let's walk." So we walk. March, 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 single file, army style. I've got this stuffy with me, this like Mighty Mouse toy, and I stick it over my nose and my mouth to keep warm. And the cool thing is, I can see my breath going right through it. And there's all these trees, these enormous, beautiful Christmas trees covered in snow, and the flakes are swirling around us. And just as I'm thinking how magical it all is, my mom says, "What's that noise?" "What?" "No, shh, listen." And my dog starts to growl. My dog, my Sheltie, starts to growl in a way I have never heard before. It's like a deep, guttural, wild animal, like it's a wolf, and he's pulling on his leash, and then boom, the leash comes out of my mom's hand, and he leaps into the darkness, into the forest, and he attacks something, and growl and scream and yelp, and silence. "I'm going in," says my dad. "No, don't." "I'm going too," says Chris. "Oh, be careful," says my mom. And we just stare into the blackness, into the forest. We're holding hands. We're waiting. Can you hear anything? No. Shh. Okay. Oh, I see my brother. He's coming out. My dad's coming behind him. He's holding something. It's a piece of fur. It's my dog. "Oh my God, Charlie, we have to get him to a hospital," says my mom. "Yeah, there's no hospitals out here," says Lori. "Shut up, Lori," says Phil. "Okay, nobody panic. Let's just keep walking," says my dad. So we keep walking. March, 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 single file, army style. Still got Mighty Mouse up against my nose and mouth, but this time I'm saying a prayer. I'm saying, "Hang in there, Shadow, hang in there, boy. We're going to save you, Mighty Mouse and I, we're going to save you." My eyes are welling up with tears, but I can see there's a little blurry yellow light through the woods, and I just sort of say, "Hey, what's that?" And my mom says, "What?" And I say, "What's that?" And she goes, "Oh my God. Charlie, there's a light. Let's go," he says. So my mom drags me by the arm, and we all get pulled off the road, through the woods, through the blackness, stumbling around. She's hauling me up, and we get to this little light, this little beacon of hope in the woods. It's a trailer. It's a tiny tin trailer, and my dad bangs on the door, and the door opens, and this flowery fat woman says, "Oh my God, come in." So we come in, and then this gnarly old man says, "Oh, put the dog on the kitchen table." So we put the dog on the kitchen table, and then this flowery fat woman, she ushers all the kids into the living room in front of a little black and white TV set that's playing Doctari, and she gives us cocoa, and she gives us graham crackers, and we eat and we drink, and we eat and we drink, and we try not to listen to Shadow in the next room because he's screaming and crying for help. And I fall asleep with my hands over my ears. And then the next day, I think I hear my mom's voice. And she says, "Merry Christmas, Di." And Shadow's face is looking at me. And he's got a little twinkle in his eye and a little wag in his tail. And it's Christmas Day. So, in later years, I wonder, what are the odds that a family of 6 has a car accident in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night, in the middle of a snowstorm, and this family has an 11-pound Sheltie that saves them from some, unknown vicious attack, and that this same family of 6 with their little bloody dog in arms stumbles upon a trailer whose elderly occupants also happen to contain a retired veterinarian. From that day forward, I am a firm believer in random acts of courageous compassion. Now, we didn't make it to the Magic Kingdom, but I think we were already there. So I hope your Christmas and I hope your New Year is full of random acts of courageous compassion. Thank you.
Diane Brown.